No, I don't want to ever do it. Fashion is like, but then going to be young. Can I, you know it? Mm. I don't know if regarding Luffy, but remember, Artinya Luffy most of the time, this thing refer issue whereby like Luffy more than Ren. Okay? So if it's number 15-minute time frame, me what I'll do is that I'll right over there. No towards not towards the end. Right over here I think it's fine. Yeah, I think this portion, let's start basically from this area. From just right here. Or maybe we can, let's see if we can do the 5 minute and see how many days we can go with. Nah, 15 minutes is fine. Samugi Baba Vitu Samugi Baba I want to go with you and yours, so no. Oh. Look at Yago. Go for Belona. Check. Kasi here. Ito Babel. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna start analyzing from here, right? So thank you, welcome back, and what I'm really looking forward to is like for you to actually be like versatile and like do what's the best. So remember, for us to be able to trade writing for us to be able to trade actually this what do we call this Asian session, to see which one will be taken first between the Asian high and the Asian low. We always gonna go on our 2 hour or our 4 hour and be checking on what's going on really on our 4 hour, and to be able to do the situation on the 4 hour, right? So now we come right over here. So basically over here I have 4 screens, I have 4 displays. I'm not gonna use the 4 hour, I'm basically gonna use the 2 hours. So that's where we actually gonna look at the candlestick from 8 o'clock p.m. from the date, from the previous day. Then we analyze the signal session for us to be able to see really what's going on within the charts, right? Beautiful. Remember when we spoke about the candlestick where the market has a tail, the tail strategy? I think I see it over here. This is a tail strategy. As you can see below over here, okay, let's start right there. Where do we see it? As I see below over here, that I have a low already. I have man book. Man, I'm starting here, bro. Should I always say you cause? Hi boo. Hi boo. Hi boo. And remember what I said about this candlestick. I said this candlestick, it's a pin bar. As you can see the tail above, it's smaller than the tail below, meaning the tail below is very long. So when the tail below is very long, and in smaller time frame, a candlestick is whereby this candlestick, pin bar candlestick, when we switch to our smaller time frame, is where we're gonna see definitely a small candlestick followed by a long candlestick. That means what? That means a pin. Wait, that means what? Engulfing. Yeah, that means, and there is a certain order block right there. So we can see that we have this tail over here. So we're gonna do what? So we see market coming down in the trade. So as the market comes down in the trade, at what time? Okay, this was formed July. Let's see, 2 July, 1 July. So this was basically formed 2 July. Okay, so like what you go look for is then like you can definitely see over here is that we have the tail. The tail is where we actually want to take the what, where we actually want to trade the buys, right? You can see we use like most of the time the tail candlestick. This is the inside tail candlestick, is a strategy. So what we're looking for is that I said that when we have this type of a tail where it's a pin bar in high time frame, I've included that we have an order block. A pin bar in high time frame like 2 hour, 4 hour, we're definitely gonna have, let's say from 1 hour to 4 hour, we definitely want to have what, an order block in smaller time frame, maybe on 15 minutes and maybe on 5 minutes. So let's go see that. So now what are we going to be looking for? We're definitely going to be looking for okay, so over here I really don't see the order block that I'm looking for. All right, so let's go down here. All right, still we don't see the order block that we are looking for. Oh, cannot load so many times. I'm actually looking for the order block that I was talking about. Ha, ma. So actually here the only order block that I basically see, it's only one order block, bro. So this is gonna be the order block. Alright, this is exactly gonna be the order block. So basically right below where, right only below this, on 2 hour we go check up on 2 hour, right below this area we see that the only order block we see, it's like the only like space we have. Okay, so looking at the 2 hour and looking at the lower time frames, okay, let's take a look at This candlestick formed at what time? Formed at 2 o'clock. Oh, we could not take the buy. Okay, but let's say we was up during this day. So meaning that this candlestick opens at 2 o'clock, and then when it opens at 2 o'clock, it's low. It is swept. This candlestick's low. It is swept, and then as it is swept like that, let's get to see this candlestick formed from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So now I want to see what's actually happening right over here. So I see exactly. So as you can see that the low of the candlestick that formed from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, that's when we get to see that this whole candlestick, again this is a 2 hour time frame. In 2 hour time frame, that's where we get to see that baby, you pausing on done, eh? Cause you I'm sorry. All right, guys, welcome back. Let's see where how do we continue? All right, I was actually talking about this kind of stick. I was saying that we're having a pin bar. Like I'll draw it somewhere. Let's draw it actually right here. Like I said that when we have a pin bar like this, we have actually the unmedicated tail, because this pin bar is way too long. More especially we have it on high time frame. Actually, yeah, more especially it can be used also on lower time frame, but more especially when it's done on high time frame, this is very effective. I said that this candlestick is the same as having something like this in the lower time frame. It's the same as having something like this in the lower time frame. So in the lower time frame, what are we expecting when something like this happens? We're expecting market to come in the order block and push towards the upside. So what happens over here? Let's shift it a bit. So we're saying that we're expecting also a few candlestick. Let me just like write those candlesticks. Like we're expecting what? We're expecting market to come towards the downside. As the market comes towards the downside, and then you will see the next candlestick doing what? Like pushing towards the upside, and maybe leaving some certain tail over there. Where is it? Here we are. You get it. So this is the same. This is small time frame. This is high time frame. So there we go. So I'll delete all this. And my back is painful, I won't lie. But let's go. Let's just ignore it. So okay. So we see that on 2 hour we do have that kind of candlestick. So when market comes back in this tail, we want to see market buying. So how are we gonna see an order block? So like I said that I've tried to go to all these time frames. I couldn't see that order block, but until I just saw the order block on what until I just saw the order block right on 15 minutes, I was like, okay, on 15 minutes I'm definitely gonna use this order block, because it's what I see on 15 minutes, right? It's what I only see on 15 minutes on lower time frame, right? So from there we get to see on the 2 hour that okay, so most of the time I normally see this market just sweep the previous candlestick on the high time frame. Just like here, you see that the previous candlestick has been swept. Just like here, the previous candlestick has been swept. Even if you can go to 1 hour, that previous candlestick has been swept. And you can see we have the sweep of the previous candlestick right there. The sweep of the previous candlestick in all the time frames. We do have the sweep of the previous candlestick. Bro, shit keeps on doing that. I think I'll have to study refresh though. I can't keep on, you know, doing that. As you can see, the low of the previous candlestick has been swept. Now, okay, that's fine. I see the low of the previous candlestick has been swept, but when I take a look at all these time frames, I actually cannot see the sweeping candlestick. You get it? So I don't get that, like a sweep of a previous candlestick and then by single candlestick and then the following candlestick push towards the upside. What I see is just only that one candlestick has a tail then push towards the upside on all these time frames. But what I see on 15 minutes is that, oh, okay, and another thing that I wanted to explain, that this candlestick right over here, if you can take a look at this candlestick right over here, it formed at 2 o'clock a.m., meaning the close will be at 3:59, right? At 3:59, meaning the close must be at 3:59.99999. That means maybe let's say 6 o'clock. Right, when 6 o'clock opens, we get to see that this, at 4 o'clock. When 4 o'clock opens, we get to see, and okay, from 4 o'clock to 4:15, we get to see that, oh, we have a pin bar actually there, right? That sweeps that previous candlestick. And then, what does this mean? This means that we will be targeting the high right over here, right? Why? Because we had the sweep of the low of this candlestick, right? What does that mean? That means that there is a possible and high chance that we can target the high, right? Guys, let's start this thing afresh, bro. I see this thing will bother me, like it will not stop. Let's start it afresh. It will not stop doing that. But if we start it afresh, it helps. Most of the time it does like go away. It does not come back. What's going on? Gizile mtho. Yeah? Gizile mo bagma. Oh man. I got back pains. I can't lie, bro. Been sitting for too long, bro. Come on. I have a boyfriend, he's in Nigeria. What is he doing? What is she doing with that man? That man is buying. Okay, pretty awesome. Right, so from there, let's get to mark this. Very good. So let's get back to them. Okay, this will be this, and that's good. I was still explaining on the lower time frame. Like what I see on the lower time frame is that like the previous candlestick has been swept, right? That previous candlestick has been swept, and that previous candlestick right there is the exact low of the previous candlestick on 2 hour, is the exact low of the previous candlestick on 1 hour, is the exact low on the previous candlestick of the 30-minute, right? So on high time frame, it means what is the previous candlestick of the exact low of, is the previous candlestick of the exact low of two of the highest time frame, which is 2 hour. So like I said, that if a low gets swept, the market is likely to go towards the high side of that low, right? But on these all time frames, we did not see the proper sweep. What am I talking about when I'm talking about the proper sweep? Like an entry opportunity, I could say that an entry, we couldn't see any entry opportunities, but right on 15 minutes we was able to see an entry opportunities. Okay, all this must go away from now on. Come on, bro. This video took a while without like us being productive, bro. As you can see that on 1 hour I never had an opportunity to enter very early. You get it, right? You get it. I get it. I never had that opportunity to get very early, to enter very early. Nah, I never had, because they on 1 hour it shows that the low of that candlestick has been swept and the market just went up. After it being swept, it went up. So how do we see the sweep? We will have to go to smaller time frames for us to be able to see the sweep. Smaller scale, remember? Where we at now? Oh, come on, bro. Is this US30? Still, oh. Where is it? It's not showing. I hear what's going on right here. Like, probably online to me. We're supposed to be there, bro. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Hey, come on, get it. Nitilikisha kakuza msajio. Oro wa motokolosha. Wa tokologa kanena. Ayo kis dude la sa tokologa. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see that, remember, it candlestick, it started when, let's see, on 2 hour it started, okay, let's zoom also this. On 2 hours it started during what time? 2 o'clock. So we go on the 15 minutes, we look for the 2 o'clock high. The 2 o'clock high is exactly this high, right? Can you see that? It's exactly that high. So these whole candlesticks have formed only one candlestick, and the low of this candlestick gets swept. What does that mean? The high might be in trouble. This is the same as a high and a low. If a low of a certain candlestick is swept, then its high is likely possible to be. It's like it's 100. No, not really 100%, but it's most of the time possible to be also taken out, right? So I think that's the reason why the market was able to even go towards the upside right over here. And most of the time when I see, yo man, this sucks, bro. I can't lie, this really sucks. Cannot change like that, bro. Now and then change. It's like annoying me now. Now I think there's some of the things that we also need to check, right? Come on. Okay. Uh, uh I like Monata a lot, bro. Eta 80. Ayala uphila bethageti. Shule wayibona mara umesageti. Uphela mesageti. Shule wayibona mara umesageti. Ay. Right guys, I think that's all that I could have used over here, because without that I couldn't. And let's take a look at the 1 hour. As we see on 1 hour that we also have another order block right over here. We also see that we have an order block over there, but this order block, guys, never hold it. The next candlestick that came in was very like strong, and as you can see, market just went up like that, right? So Actually, where was to take a buy? Where was to take a buy? Ah, woman, ah, woman. Yo, 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 yo. This is a problem indeed, bro. Yo, 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 yo. Fake things, bro. I mean, like, free things don't have peace, bro. They don't have peace, bro. Can't do my thing, like, oh, yo. So, like, okay, as you can see over here, what we actually have, we have a downtrend, but at the downtrend, at the downtrend, right, and what do we have a pin bar, and the pin bar forms exactly to sweep the low of the candlestick, specifically that sweep the low of the previous candlestick, then goes towards the upside. This can be a possible buy. It is a buy actually, because every time when we see a pin bar, market reverses, right? It's written that in the candlestick book, that like whenever you just see a pin bar, you can just enter a buy, or you can just enter a sell, because it's a pin bar. It shows that the rejection of what, the rejection of sells, and then now the new candlestick is coming in. So the lower time frame shows you that the previous low of the previous low of the higher time frame has been swept. Now its high is likely to be taken out. And what is its high? Its high is right over here. And then that, and then also we also use the we are inside the order block of the candlestick order block, that is that we spoke about on the hard time frame. Which one is that? The strategy that we said. What is it? The unmedicated order block. The unmedicated tail is an order block, the inside tail. So the inside tail. So we knew that we have to buy over here, but then how, we never knew. But as we saw, brah, I think I'll stop now. Cause hey, this thing does not wanna stop. Keeps on like fucking my mood up. I think that was the last one. Oh. Bro, what are you watching? Tua, 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 tua. Hmm? Hmm? Yo, today it's not a good day for me, guys. This thing doesn't even take a minute to, like to refresh, bro. Every minute refreshes, bro. I know, can't continue like this, bro. I think I need to go to this other. But what I say these days is important. Okay, so now we get to see that on the 2 hour name, on the 2 hour. Where is it? Where is that? Okay, I think that one has like finished. I don't know. We get to see that on the 2 hour, we still have like unmedicated blocks. What about them? And what did I say about that type of candlestick? I said that its high is likely to be taken out. Remember that I said like the pin bar candlestick on high time frame is equals to the what, the small candlestick followed by a long candlestick, of which the high of that candlestick, according to that situation, it's gonna be targeted. And the high of the candlestick over here, and the high of the high, that means on the high time frame it would be the high of the pin bar. So right, where is the high of the pin bar? We get to see that the high of the pin bar is actually the Asian high, right? The high of the pin bar is an Asian high. So the market is telling us to say the first. Now the question would be, which one gets taken out first between your Asian high and your Asian low during the London session? Now it gets to be your pin your as you can see, it gets to be our Asian high, ne? And then we get to see that, oh, we also have like this unmedicated area over here, and we also see it very well on our lower time frame. Okay, right there, we also see it very well on our lower time frame. Can you see that? Oh fuck, shit, came back again, bro. Oh man. So right exactly there we see an order block. And what did I say about an order block? What did I say about an order block? I said whenever market taps in the order block, we don't want to see actually what is it that we want to see? We want to see a sweep of a low, a sweep of a, I mean, just like here, it's a what? It's a supply area. So what do we want to see on a supply area? We want to see the sweep of a previous high candlestick. We want to see a sweep of liquidity. We also want to see, my name, babe, babe, sikhulumele selesathula. We don't want to see a previous oh yeah, what we want to see that a demand is going to hold a previous candlestick high, uh, 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 just like how we bought this situation, a previous candlesticks, this was a demand. We see on the demand a previous candlestick low sweep. Right over here we want to see what a previous candlestick high sweep, and most of the time that is by a pin bar. Pin bar is for reversals. But what happens over here, we don't have that situation, we don't have that like sweep, right? And as the market was going up over here, I see that the market created a breakout structure right over here, and the responsible candlestick for that breakout structure is actually this one. So if market was about to come here, I would say let's take a look, and let's put stop loss somewhere below over this area, before below, somewhere below over this area, because we are actually heading towards where, towards our Asian high. Yo bro, shit ain't good at all. But tla no khotlelela mona ka re ke ntho mahala for. Tla no khotlelela ha ona ntho re ka dirang. There's nothing we can do. It's like like a free shit, where I can see market on both sides. So right, we see that, right? I see that on the lower time frame, right? Then I see that on the order block, what the candlestick that I see on the lower time frame, I see the first candlestick like it's bearish. But then my question is, does this like according to my ways of trading, what's happening here? Does this order block gonna hold? First question is like, there was no story about the order block because there was no sweep of a low, there was no sweep of but we know that this is an area that can hold the market, that can push the market towards the downside. That is why I spoke about, okay, if the market comes towards the downside, am I protected? Yes, I'm protected, because we see that we have a bit of a breakout structure above, and then the responsible candlestick is this one. As you can see, it's a doji follow, it's a pin bar. I mean, like it's like undecided candlestick followed by an engulfing candlestick. You can see that. So yeah, that's an order block. So I was like, if even if it can hold towards the downside, I can still say take buys over here. That's possible. So I'm putting my stop loss below, somewhere over here. All right, so right after, then what do I see? I get to see that actually my the previous candlestick becomes sweep. As the previous candlestick low becomes sweep, what do I say about my order blocks? When I have a demand, I don't want to see previous lows sweeps, previous candlestick low sweeps. I don't want to see previous low sweeps. I don't want to see a pin bar against the order block, because that will represent the order block failure. As you can see, we have the previous candlestick sweep. Right immediately, right over there, I was aware that the market can push towards the upside. Right, what time was that? That was 5 o'clock. If we have a sweep over here, I know that the market can target above there and have a protected order block right over there, a protected low over there. So I could have took a buy immediately. Yeah, I am actually allowed to take a buy immediately over here, because I see the candlestick as low being swept, right? I take a buy right over here. Where is the open? I think the open is somewhere there. So because I see what the principles of a I see the principles of a failing order block, right? I always write these, guys. It's always happening. I see the principles of a failing order block. Probably, guys, what I realized is that taking snapper entries is very risky. but seeing the sign that the market is gonna push, whenever the market start pushing, that's where we need to enter, because sometimes our mind is too slow for seeing what the market will do. But because I wrote everything down, another thing that I didn't want to see is that I didn't want to see the high, this candlestick's high being swept. That would have been something else. That would have targeted my stop loss, really. Right? What I don't want to see again when I entered such entries, that we see like the failure of an order block, then I don't want to see the this high candlestick being swept, because that will be against my my situation. So if that happens, what do? I withdraw same time. And if I withdraw, do I lose? No, I don't lose. And then if market happens to not even like go towards the downside and give me another sign and then continue towards the downside, I'll take a break. As it goes towards the upside, that's when I'll be like, oh yeah, now we are ready to go towards the upside. Let's take a buy. We take a buy. If it gives us another sign, because market can happen to come here, sweep this high. As it sweeps this high, we know that the low is at risk, so it comes towards the downside. As it comes towards the downside, that candlestick that sweep the high can be swept by the next candlestick, and then market start going towards where we said it will go, and this remain protected. Can you see that? So, but it's fine. We buy now. Our first pay attention must be the high of this candlestick, right? And go to lower time frame to confirm what's more on on the lower time frame. But what I like about what's happening right over here is that the next candlestick that I bought on, after 15 minutes, it became a pin bar. A pin bar to me, it's where I get to see that, oh, now I'm relieved, because a pin bar, it's a continuation. When I see a pin bar in an uptrend, a pin bar where it has a tail up below, it has a long tail below, that's where I get excited, because I know that actually that is actually taking me towards the upside. It's helping the market, it's giving market more energy to go towards the upside. Whenever you see the pin bar, just know the next movement of the market will have a lot of energy. Just take a look at what happened on the 15-minute. Okay, pin bar, lot of energy in the market. Pin bar, lot of energy in the market. Pin bar, lot of energy in the market. You get it? But that pin bar must come in the right time, right? It must come where it's supposed to come. And another area to be looking at, it's like the high of this area. But since when the high of this area, it's exactly on my, it's right exactly on my what? It's right exactly on my, very close to my to my TP, which is the Asian high. I was convinced enough that the market is actually heading to the Asian high. As we see over here, we have the order block. You know, as market pushes towards the upside, we have this order block. Kami next door siya na lumakafa na. Kita ko rasiwa so. So okay, what do we see? Like, you know, when I talk about a candle's high sweep and a candle's low sweep, I mean it. You get it? So what do we see? Let's get to talk about this. What is it? What is this? What is a demand zone? How do we see a demand zone? We see a small candlestick followed by a long candlestick. That gives us a demand zone. We see a small candlestick followed by a long bearish candlestick that gives us a supply zone. Okay, so now when market comes and sweep the high of the previous candlestick, we definitely now know that the market is gonna go towards the low side. It might just, yeah, it sweeps that to only go to the order block. It does that to go to what's the order block. So most of the time, as you can see, most of the time the low of this long candlestick will be swept in that order block. As you see, its high has been swept. What does mean its low? There's a high chances that its low is also gonna be swept. And what did I tell you? That after we see, what did I tell you about a pin bar? This is a first pin bar, even though its candlestick is a bit large. we know that okay, there's a possible bearish right over here, but a proper pin bar, it's this one with a small body and a huge tail above. This immediately after that we know that definitely the market will start having what, a lot of energy towards the downside. You can see market had the energy towards the downside, right? So but then we are still in buys, so we are holding. So now we know that the first target of the market must be right over here. So we are still at a safe place, right? We are still at a safe place. And then what did we say? What is an order block? What do we say about an order block? We say that an order block is actually what? An order block is the candlestick, is the small candlestick followed by a long candlestick same time, right? As you can check here, there was a pin bar, smaller yana candlestick, a long candlestick, pin bar, smaller yana candlestick, a long candlestick. But market did not get to the order blocks were not. If you can check, the order blocks were not on the pin bars. They were exactly on the previous candlestick of the long candlestick, meaning the previous candlestick followed by the long candlestick. It's an order block. That's it. Even if you see it on hand time frame, that will still remain as an order block. A small candlestick, as long as we see a long candlestick, you should know that is an order block. So which one is it? It became a supply over here. This became a supply, right? But this supply, as we can see, that the previous low of this candlestick has been swept. Does that reaches our does that reach our what, our recommendation, or our recommended uh, 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 entries for towards the buy? Like, does it make this order block valid? Does it make this order block valid? Yes, a very big yes. Why? Because the low of the long candlestick, the low of that long candlestick right over here has been swept. So what are we saying about this? Definitely the market will just go towards the upside. Right. Let's take a look at maybe higher time frame, because I've been talking about lower time frame all the time. Let's go back on 30 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes can also give us something nice. I've been so much on that low time frame, so let's go right over the higher time frame. All right, as you can see on the 30 minutes, the order block that we have, it was from here to there. Market came inside that order block, and from the 30 minutes we can see that the previous candlestick has been swept by this candlestick, but we did not see the sweep, right? We did not see the sweep taking place. Like, it became one candlestick swept and then closed above on 30 minutes. I get it's a higher time frame. Now we only see the perfect sweeps on smaller time frame, guys. Ooh, here it's something different. Here it's just something different. Okay, very beautiful. So yeah, on high time frame it doesn't really just show. Yes, but then we also see something. Is it the one? Can we zoom? Why this one is not there? No, I don't think it's the one. I think this whole candlestick. I'm not sure, but it doesn't show on lower time frame. The sweep that we have. What? Why it doesn't show here? It has to show. What is this? Where is it right here? What is this? Oh, look at it. Oh yeah. It's in the middle of that single candlestick. Can you see that? the sweep we are talking about. Wanna game Joan Bab? I'm riding it. I'm not what we. I'm not going to o sa reng e? Okay, cool. Right, let's see. This is 1 hour, right? The 1 hour we. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. One time. I started at 7. Let's push. Started at. Oh yeah. At 8. At 8. At 8. At 8. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. What time? At 8. Oh, beautiful setup, guys. Like, take a look at what happened on smaller time frame. We see that, okay, the low of the on the order block, inside the order block, we want to see previous lows of the previous candlestick. It happens, right? And then we see that, oh, here we have an order block because this is a small candlestick followed by a long candlestick, so it's a supply. So we want to see market doing something over here. Maybe some market will just react, maybe come a bit towards the downside, then push towards the upside. Yes, because why? We also want to see that we also want to see the high of this candlestick taken out. So this is the this is because why? Because the low of because of its low, it's actually being swept. So we want to see market going towards its high, the high of the candlestick, before even before breaking this low, bro. The sweep says that the rule of a sweep says, now I'm not talking about candlesticks, I'm talking about highs. Market goes down, 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 and then a low. So if that low is swept, market have to let me make an example. I see this is getting nice, bro. Let me make an example. A low, right? Okay, let's just do something like this. For this is the low, then the low get swept. Where is the high that created this low? This is the high right over there. If market, okay, so this is the high, right? This is the high. We see the low, and then this is the high that actually created that low, right? Then what do we see? We see market like going up and like failing to take this high out. But then as it fails to take this high out, it comes back towards the downside. The rule says that this low, ne, it's a very protected low. Market must not come down and take out this low before it takes out this high. So that means what? Market needs to go up and take out this high before market can take out this low. If market did not take out that low, then this high first, then this low won't be out. This long is a strong low. So that's why we get to see market even gets to almost to hit take profit, then comes towards the downside, but still hold. You get it? Still push it towards the upside. Right, that's very powerful because of the sweep of a previous low. So it's the same here. A sweep of a previous candlestick. We expecting the high of the candlestick, the sweep of a previous candlestick low. We're expecting the high of the previous candlestick to also be taken out. That's what we're expecting, bro. Kevin. It's coming through. So can you see that? So as you can see on 30 minutes, its high is not taken out, but market still comes towards the downside. As market comes towards the downside, we also know that nah, bro, this ain't gonna be it's not gonna be taken out. Let's still like wait, because like we took an entry from here. We're still now hoping that the market can still continue towards the upside. Let's wait. As we wait, we get to see what? We get to see market comes bouncing here. As it bouncing here, it goes back up. As it goes back up, it leaves a tail below. Right? At what time? From this is 15 minutes time frame, meaning from quarter to 8 up until 8 o'clock. We see market bouncing on a certain unmedicated tail right on this 15 minutes, and then leaving, and then showing you that the buyers are coming in and leaving a tail below, and buyers came in during what time? 8 o'clock. We saw this as what? As another way to add our entries, right? Another way to add what? Our entries, right? And then we go back on our lower time frame, right? On our 30 minutes time frame, we just see the candlestick sweep, right? We just see the candlestick low sweep, and we're targeting the high of that candlestick. Okay, we'll be like, okay, that's fine, right? Then we come back on the 1 hour. 1 hour was very perfect, guys. 1 hour was very perfect. It gave us a very beautiful pin bar towards the upside, whereby I told you that immediately after a pin bar, market will come in very strong. As you can see right over here, this was during when? This was during 7 o'clock. This is a 1 hour time frame. After 7 o'clock, we're expecting 8 to push, because 7 o'clock to 8, the market gave us a what? A pin bar. So we're expecting what? We're expecting the market to push towards where? Towards the upside. Is a pin bar. Immediately after pin bar, market continues towards the upside. That's what I said. At what time? At 8 o'clock. At what time? At 8 o'clock. Bro, shit is like, it gives me a lot of energy, and I'm glad that I stood up and like came back right over here to work, you know. Obviously my stop loss has to be below, yeah, below the pin bar, and then continue with the buys, right? Oh, yep, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Uh, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Good. This was, I think the profit here could have been so much huge, and this is a way to take profit. Take profit at the high of the Asian high, right? Just take profit right there. You made it. You're done. Because you know, the question says, the first question about it says, between the Asian high and the Asian low, which one is going to be taken out? Then we know the strategy of that. Most of the time that happens during London session. All know the strategy, how the strategy, how's the strategy. So we know we used the what, this candlestick that formed previous day at 6. It formed at 6. It became on 2 hour. It became a long candlestick. So this long candlestick left a huge tail below. As it left a huge tail below, we, like I said, this is called the inside tail. We know that the huge tail is actually having an order block on lower time frame. Then we went looked for a specific lower time frame order block. We get to see that that lower time frame order block is actually on the 15 minutes. It's actually this one. I'm not sure about the 5 minute. Maybe on the 5 minutes it's somewhere over here where we exactly have a 10, right? And what do I say? And then now two, I'll say something about pin bars. Pin bars is for reversals. Whenever you see a pin bar, just know that the market is now ready to go to the to be energetic. Like, it does not happen just like that, bro. Like someone, like, my heart says, like, but we have pin bars everywhere. We need pin bars on the area, on the right areas, right? We just need pin bars on the right areas where we now want to engage with the market, where we are so close with engaging with the market, or when we are done engaging with the market, we'll see before market goes towards the downside. On this happens most of the time on the reversal areas. On the reversal areas, see a pin bar. See, market has been going for down for so long. Example, ne? I want to make it a very good example. You see this pin bar. This pin bar won't take you far because the market has not been traveling towards the downside over here. It won't take you far. But if you see a pin bar that forms where, like this one, this will take you far, because you see that the market is from a low to a high, then a pin bar, then you should know the market is about to reverse. Just like here, it's from a high to a low, then a pin bar, then the market is about to reverse. Bro, like, you know the market already. I mean, like, TP, you know the market already. You've been in the market for so long, so you know which pin bar will do and which pin bar won't do, because like most of the pin bars happens in where we draw our lines. Where we draw our line, pin bar comes in, and then you know that our that line is also like being backed up by the pin bar, so that line is actually a strong line. Beautiful. So what do we see happening? Oh fuck, man. We are done like taking profit, As we are done taking profit, we now want to go to what smaller time frame, higher time frame. Yeah, let's like clean our chart a bit. Let's clean our chart a bit. Yes, our chart is clean right now, right? So as our chart is clean right now, I will not look at the 2 hour order block. We're cleaning our chart right now, yeah. Let's clean our chart. Our chart needs to look very beautiful and without like a lot of noise. Okay, that's fine. I think that's fine. Okay. So now what do we actually see? We see that the high, our take profit has been hit, right? The high of the order block of that candlestick has been taken out. Like I said, whenever we have this pin bar on higher time frame that has a long tail below, on lower time frame we're having a what? We're having an order block. We're having a small candlestick followed by a long candlestick, and that also help. And that where's the take profit? The high of the, of the high responsible for market to bring the market towards the order block will be the first one taken out, and which is the high of the pin bar right over here, or which is the high on the pin bar right over there is where we take profit. Exactly where we get to take our profit. Can you take a look at something? Look at this candlestick. As you can see, we had all this internal. This high is external. This low is external. Bro, external means big, and outside, it means large scale. On our large scale, what do you see? The high of this large scale, everything was internal. Okay, let's delete this. Right, between this low and high of this candlestick, what do we see? We see internal movements. Everything was happening inside between the low and the high of this candlestick. We see market going back to what? Going towards the upside. And what does it do when it gets to the high? Does it break the high with a body break on high time frame? No. What does it do? It sweeps the high. It sweeps the high. It tail break the high with the what? With a pin bar, right? Okay, sharp tail break. We get to see that, right? Before everything, we get to see that we took our profit. Now we want to see what market will do, right? We see that, okay, we have like another block right over here. We broke structure towards the upside. We have another order block right over here, and this is a protected low for now on lower time frame. For now, for now. We saw we threw all this up until what time? Up until, let's see, up until 8 o'clock, right? Up until 8 o'clock. No, up until 10 o'clock. So we're looking for the market. We're looking for market to actually like give us like buy signals on our areas. But we see that the market does not do that, and like market has been going up for so long, and it's not actually doing that. We see market coming back inside. The first order block was never even respected. Break out. The second order block, okay, let's see if market can take a buy. Nah, market does not do that. Okay, and we can say something about this. We have order blocks. We have the first order block as like this order block right over here, and we have the second order block, which is this order block right over here, which actually on lower time frame, I'm definitely sure that on lower time frame, like 15 minutes, I get this was an order block, right? On 5 minutes, I get this was an order block. So this low was important. So you get to see market has a tail, then break. I'm definitely sure that this tail is a pin bar against that order block that we have. So that pin bar is an order. It becomes the order block. That pin bar against the order block becomes the order block. And as you can see on the 15 minutes and higher time frames, it became what? It became the unmedicated tail. It also became an order block. As you can see, market comes towards this, bro. Yo, bro. Mad days are coming, bro. I won't lie, bro. I praise the Lord all the time for this. Mad days are coming, bro. Things will change. Beautiful. Very beautiful, right? Now we come towards we come towards Okay, we come towards our order block, right? Market taps into our order block. As market taps into our order block, what do we get to see? We get to see a pin bar, fair and square. And what did this pin bar did? This pin bar, if you can take a look at this pin bar, we get to see that this pin bar has swept the order block, right? Or has swept the previous low, right? When a pin bar does that, when the pin bar sweeps the order block, or when the pin bar sweeps the previous low, what do we do most of the time? We say, okay, the order block is holding. That's basically what we say. We say now the order block is about to hold, right? Oh yeah, before all that. Oh, bro, like yo, shit. Before all that, yo, there's a reason why that our order block couldn't do that. Yo, yo, yeah, we're still getting into it. Okay, come on, come on, come on. I'm having this energy, Brian. I like it, bro. Come on. Oh, baby. Um, shit, you know, wait till I get more energy. I'm sorry. Yo, I want fresh air. Full hot. How? Le yakho yavele yashabalala kanjalo nje. How mara madoda. How madoda. Hey bro, I have to take note of what I'm saying right here, because what I'm saying right here, I normally forget it, bro. Like when I go to the real market, like when I start like coming into the market, like I start, like forgetting everything, bro. Like honestly speaking. So I need to write all these things down, and I need to chill. Like chilling is the best thing. And lower time frame will always say something. Okay, so now, oh, why do you come back? But at least this time it took a bit while. Now, now come back on our, bro. Let's come back on our 2 hour. What do we see on our 2 hour? Right, and get on all these other time frames. We didn't see like we didn't see how did the market came back. We just saw like market coming back. Okay, that's fine. The first order block failed. We didn't see any any signal that it will hold or anything, but just went past away there. So when we come back on 2 hours, we see that damn, the previous high is getting swept over here, and then at 8 o'clock and up until 10 o'clock, right? Beautiful. Up until 10 o'clock. Good. So we wanna see this candlestick that is a pin bar. It closes at what time? It closes at what time? It closes at 9:59. Let's get to our 15 minutes. Okay? Alright. At 10 o'clock. Alright. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, so 15 minutes later, we get to see that okay, we have a sweep of the order block, right? At what time? From 8:45 to 10 o'clock. This I wouldn't go for this. Why? Because my hard time frame is telling me that we are sweeping the previous high, right? And as we are sweeping the previous high, the demands are not strong now. The demands are not strong, but the supplies are strong. For what I was gonna wait for, I was gonna wait for market to just come right over here and do something. So I wasn't convinced for buying this situation, because my high time frame is telling me that we are actually in a situation over here whereby we actually at 10 o'clock we see that actually we have a pin bar. Do you think and we sweep the high? If we sweep the high, which one will be the target? If we sweep the high, this become a strong high. and this become a target of low. As I said it, that this is external. Between the high of this candlestick and the low of this candlestick, the market went up. Everything was internal. Went and swept the high of the candlestick. That means the low of the candlestick is at risk. Woo! Bro, this is powerful, man. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go, bro. If you don't get it, bro, bye bye. We're leaving you behind, bro. It's been like 5 years doing this shit. Yeah, 5 years doing this back testing, bro. My feet are painful. My back is painful. It's never for nothing, bro. It's for something huge, not small. I don't do small things. So whenever I saw this close off, like this closed at 10 o'clock, because the next candlestick opened exactly at 10 o'clock, so it closed at 10:59. 10:59 it closes, 10 o'clock opens. I didn't wanna go for a buy. Why? Because I see that on 2 hour I'm actually having damn, bro, I'm actually having like what I'm having here. It's not good. I'm actually having like a pin bar. You get it? And if you can check also on our dieting, also on our order block on the 1 hour, we get to see that the close of this candlestick becomes what? Becomes longer than the previous candlestick. That automatically gives us an order block. Are you saying I need to go check out the moon outside? Ayo, bro, cause those are signs from God. Yeah, that the world is ending. Jesus is coming back soon. Enigma is in year 7. No, Enigma said something. Oh, Enigma, it is a. The moon is outside. How many minutes? Yeah, then I'm going to meet with Abai Trek, a sharp by trekking. Yeah, you know. It's man, it's not red. Are they saying red? Yeah, no, it was not red. By King, can you charge the copper at the moon? No, okay, one, the blood. What the blood moon means? Blood is not a blood moon. Blood moon is red. Someone say like if I like the full moon, it's just the moon. Yeah, ordinary. As I like it. Until sometimes moon I like yeah joke. Sometimes you have to hear the nyana so. Bro, I mean like everyone could have posted this one. And not this one. And this one when it becomes big. And most of the time, but the moon is little chances so. Just directed. But I show all it happened in Kenya. written in the Bible like that. Or Italian. No, like update, like NAS.
Or maybe sana ni wakira ki sana rakhala magalo September phela ubonta tsebe ta speed.
Yeah, maybe then I don't know after how long. But then NASA update or like there will be maybe jungle. If you want.
Happy what?
Yeah, maybe it's already it over got so. Cause maybe I can't go or moon little church got so it's over. So it's gonna go on.
That what's got you sure.
Oh, baby, we as lento legan.
Yeah, we get bengivela nje ekucaleni ngibona mayivela khiphe
Akusiwo qala ivele lento vele kaninginyana.
Mayivela bese.
Mari thatha isikhathi ukuthi uyive.
Mayivela sithi shukuphi igazi.
Yeah, ngeBhayibheli lithi like it shows that umhlaba uzophela. Angazi bathi kumele ivele kangaki. Mhlambe angazi kangaki, but then
Yeah, that's in
eclipse. Yeah, what already was read. Joy, one I don't know it's bit dim. Said already jolo jwa tlo. Cause no 8:15. Maybe around 7:30. Sanjutsu kana kwaso. The best thing is to just praise the Lord, bro. The Lord Jesus Christ. All these things are written in the Bible. Okay, so like I was about to talk about the clothes, right? As you can see, the clothes of this 1 hour candlestick, it's longer than the previous one. Baby, regular relation. Yeah. Because no kids in Katana later, no. Now, once again, what's such a mom or what does epilepsy mean in the Bible? Check a Bible. I gotta check about. Check a Bible. Check out what does Bible says about epilepsy. Horama. Yeah. Iti siya gumatimon. Iti siya kinage. Yeah. Baby, ayoko nando yun. Check the Bible, bro. Like, ditaba ke tše ntši mo lefaseng. Science inore. That's when moon le tšatši di kopana. Fair. Ya bolela gore like gore te re ya so lebaka ke le batho ba tsenya di spirituality ka ngwahare. Sharp. Check the Bible gore reng ka that moon. That type of moon. Maring? Exactly. Get nako tša modimo. But how many times? How many times? Well, I mean, like we are living in the end. So, anytime, 2 times. Anytime Jesus can just say, I'm here.
Bible so di direge ka nnete.
That's why in fetish you just need to go run quick back. I wanna buy that book and read it. Just believe, pray every day, believe, sing, glory, Kari Sunday is cut, believe, sing. You know? Only. Okay guys, we are back, but hey man, this trading view bro is fucking me up with this network thing and the connection reconnecting. Oh one. Bro. Okay, like I said over here, now I get to see that my low has been swept. As my low has been swept, you know what the rule says: if a low is swept, then the market is gonna go towards the upside. But I don't only need that. I also need like some sort of, okay. Like let's check at what time did the low was this low swept? At 10 o'clock, this low was swept. This candlestick closed at what time? At 10 o'clock, straight up. But we get to see on 1 hour with the, oh, we're actually having like a long time frame. So should we be taking a buy here? No. Now this market don't say that we should be taking a buy here, right? And then another thing that I like is that on my 2 hour, when immediately when this candlestick closes at 10 o'clock, it closes at what? With a pin bar. So you see that it already does not support this, as it closes on my, okay, let's start on my 2 hour. Man, ish, bro. Yo, bro. Ah, screen keeps on going blank. Oh shit, bro. I don't like that, bro. Okay, beautiful. Let's hope it's not gonna do matrikwana. So at 10 o'clock on 2 hour, what do we see? On 2 hour, we immediately see that at 10 o'clock, it's a pin bar sweeping the previous high. Right, that's what I see. On 1 o'clock, I see that the 10 o'clock. What happened? Yeah. And then I see that the candlestick, this one is from 9 and closes at 09:59. That means it closes at 10. Immediately as that closes, I already see a supply zone, right? And at the way it closes, I already see a supply zone. So from a pin bar to that supply zone, like I told you, a pin bar on lower time frame must have a supply zone. A pin bar with a long candlestick above, on lower time frame must have a supply zone. And you can see that we swept the previous high. So should we take price? No, we don't take price, because already it's clear that this order block, even if you take price, it's not gonna hold. We have supplies over here, it's gonna be a fake order block. It's clear that this order block is gonna be a fake order block. I don't know what. And then now the world is too busy. The world, yo. Karen, no fast like lip busy ka good. Let me do like batho ba less umndimo are less, say that. Bro, I'm like just to make sure I go to the best country with best laws ever. Bona ba ka se but best country with best laws ba negotiate before they even fight. In New York City, like America, I can China no. Yeah, see country general Gafula no. Jabomana. That means we are ending the world already. One thought you get to understand though, okay. If this happens, then which one is the best city to stay in? Business. No, business job on too high. Bahlokana like too much. One thought. Hey, lo chabana ba chabana ba phela ke re a o kwala tjena. That means the end of the world. Donald Trump is not gonna shake us. We are not afraid of Donald Trump. Bafobole. Utshega smart. So yeah. So hence I'm saying like the best countries kumele like. Okay, beautiful. So now what's got to happen over here? Now I explained why do I say this order block is not gonna hold, because immediately after this close on 1 hour we get to see routine. Can you see this candlestick happened at 10? This candlestick closed at 10. This closed at 10. With all these closes, the only close was this one, which said to me we need to actually go up because we're sweeping the previous low. But when I compared all this time frame, more especially the high time frame, I saw a sweep of previous high and sweep of previous low. I was like, this is something different, right? Then I come back on the 1 hour, see that this candlestick that closes at 10, it's larger than the previous candlestick, and I was like, it's not good. For me, taking a buy here, more especially with this candlestick from 2 hour that closes at 10, like it's a pin bar, and a pin bar, I said it on a lower time frame that if we have a pin bar, you should know that supplies become strong. The pin bar itself has supplies on lower time frame. So where is the supply? This is the supply 1, supply 2, right? And then on the 1 hour we see only huge candlestick. This is the supply. This huge candlestick is the biggest supply on from 1 hour. Can you see that? So exactly right there. Now we get to see what. Okay, we get to look at what is the market actually doing, right? Because now as we are waiting to look at what's happening right over here, we see this candlestick coming in. What does this candlestick do? It sweeps the high of the previous candlestick. Can you see it? As it sweeps the high of the previous candlestick, what happens? That becomes taken out. Then we say change of character. It was so good to wait. This says change of character, right? And this becomes a change of character. We see a close, right? Immediately after we see a close, we see a close on the lows, right? I remember, guys, I spoke about this. Oh, sorry, I spoke about this. and you see market reversed immediately right there. So whatever I speak about, it's important. But at this point, I don't want to buy the market, so it's not important. At this point, I want to sell the market. So my first area to take sales, it's gonna be this one. Let's take a look at what happens over here. Okay, so we get to see market. Yeah. Bro, like mpeke explain more if fruitful asin tell orang guy to no if fruitful blind. So asin twenka no ring done. Okay, unless I don't know rate ma happy. Klabu. Klabu. Let's hope because of the 20 VV. Because it will jamahala la understand that now jamahala like these days I'm saying like I'm give it the point to fair these days. Whatever I say, the point. Aksa confused. Chet kulela ntwele ngo. Bro. Hello bro. Kulela ntwele ngo na nu bafa. Ariya bafa, ariya mfa. Oh shit, it's too slow now. Yo. So this app is giving us this problem. Like this one. This like the computer cannot delay like this, bro. It's fucking delaying. Yo. The son of shame. Ba bantši ba batela epilepsy merogo. Yepe. Okay, a very beautiful question, Cap. A shiny question, a very beautiful. Yeah, you need a blind question, yeah. Yeah, I won't lie. Question okay, blind. It's also there that other blow. Yeah, that's why. Oh yeah, we just answer that question. I'm interested in answering that question. Hayi Thomile tayitay bafethu. Thomile tayitay. Bona re sa tlo reloada mo gona re sa tlo tlhaka ke neng Joey we going back and forward with only one thing a re fetše gane fetše re kweleng botlhoko ba fetše yo what's happening bro, is it network? Yo mona it's tiring me now re ka lapa ka lebaka la yona. Right, so someone could have said to me, TP, because this is a pin bar. You said immediately after pin bar, we sell. So why don't you sell? Good. You can sell. It's very beautiful. But when you sell, you're gonna sell using the pin bar that we see on that time frame. You're gonna put your stop loss on that time frame. So that means, alright, it's good. You can sell right over here. And then as long as you're gonna put your stop loss right below there, and then you know that the targeted area is right over here. Anything else, it's not gonna work. Alright? Okay, that's our first entry. But and when we look at 15 minutes, oh yeah, but when you take a look on your 2 hour, we actually having a certain order block right there. Do you think the market will definitely sell at the same time here? No. Since when we have this order block, market won't go down the same time. Market has to respect this order block. Unless market comes deeper in this order block and can give us a pin bar to say yes, now we are about to go down. But right here, now, market tells you not to go on a sell immediately. Can you see that this order block is already giving us that market says you should not go on a sell immediately? And this order block, we see it on what? We see it on 2 hour, and on 15 minutes it's pretty much this one. It's this one that I spoke about. So for the fact that it's there on the higher time frame and it's there on the lower time frame, I was definitely sure that the market might not definitely sell right now, but my stop loss, it's safe. So let's just sell. But when we sell, because we see that we still have an order block, we don't go so much. Just go maybe first entry. First entry nyana, I don't know, or first two nyana entries, and then watch the market. What is the market doing? Or basically we don't go there, we don't trade at all, because we have like supplies over here. This is a long candlestick. This is a small candlestick followed by a long candlestick. Obviously market will have to react. Market will react at any point. And I told you that after a pin bar leaves some certain order blocks. What are those order blocks for? Market has to go towards those order blocks before we sell. If we had no order block right over here, market could have just went to the downside. But now because we have order block, market just can't go to the downside, because all these order blocks have to be respected. Oh, bafethu, arna arbulele ngapi ka taite. Abe it tla to a point where we must buy now. We must buy now. We must buy now. We must pay trading view now. So let's say okay, I'll buy. Or buy Rabaya, but the risk are very less, because we see a stop loss is huge. Risk are very less. Relax, okay, let's agree on that. Risk are very less higher. Risk are higher. She's still about to do that though. Okay, beautiful. Now how many hours it take for that? Like it takes 2 hours to form this candlestick, also from 10 to 12 o'clock. Look at the candlestick now. Now what does this candlestick represent? This is a pin bar. And how does our pin bar close? It's a pin bar, right? Okay, I want to say something. It's a pin bar, like it closes at 12 o'clock. Right there. And it's a pin bar. For a scalper can take a buy right over here and just take profit right over here for a scalper. I need to understand the market much more, boy. I really need to understand this market much more because like it gives me like that kind of life, bro. Bro, TP, make sure how create chalet ya kreke. Ka khopela. Yo ka create chalet by. Hey mono, ska thatha le naga ya kreke improve. Connect le modimo. Is na kwa modimo yona it's le ba fa. If you go achieve everything, achieve a little godimo ba fa. That's where life will happen, real life. Maybe everyone will be rich, happiness forever, no stress anymore. Glorify God, the Creator. Maybe we don't understand. We get cut, but then the wound like get back. That it's a special gift already. When you get cut, then the wound and the body cells heals the wound. God is great. Already God is great. God is great. That's a big thing already. Who can give you that? God that loves you. Okay, sharp. Okay, sharp. Sharp. Now because at 12 o'clock we see we see market tapping in here and go back in our order block, right? As market goes back in our order block, now we start wondering, market comes back in our order block. Okay. Will this order block hold? We don't know. We need to find out. So immediately when the market closes, right? Can you see? Okay, sharp. Before I talk, it's there. You can see it. I'm sure you can see it. It's there. It's there, guys. It's there. It came. It's there. Yo, mfethu nami bamfake jinywana ke dry box. It's low box anama. Eish, baby. Buka ne, ha ke lo robala. Ke kgopela mo fakelle le eng watse. O mo fakelle le cocomelo. Please. Ne? A ke tlo robala ne. Kana go ke robala ne. Yeah. O fakelle buka cocomelo. Ne? On the screen, then we know about this TikTok. So that ke khona robala ga piece, hey, motho. So guys, it came. What came? Someone will be like, what came? Now we get to look at the tab in the order block. We see market like, okay, comes in, taps inside the order block. We'll be like, this is a perfect tap. What happened? Look at what market does. Market gives us a what? Market gives us a sweep, bro. Market gives us a sweep, and most of the time, like, when is this? Okay, Buffett. Buffett. Utfoshe ugole ngari jwale thombo phobe. Mara sofa is strong na kana re kreile so wa go. Okay, we get into the order block. Now we want to see order block holding. Okay, we wait. Let's get to see what the order block does. As we get to see what the order block does, at 11 o'clock, we see this. Right, we get to see that. Half past 11, we get to see. Okay, now let's say Rajalo, maybe Rek or Sela. I'm sorry, Rajalo Sela so nyaka a proper sweep nyana something. Okay, market swept, and this is kind of like a pin bar. Now we want to sell the market. Okay, but we still see with Lanas. Maybe this might be an early sell. Still see with La, we still have what? Unmedicated 8. Okay, now we sell. Market comes here and then close. We're still not in so much deep losses on the close. Market close. What kind of a close is this? Let's say now the open is here Oh, here's the open and here's the close. Okay, open is here. Oh fuck. Oh, once you say back, it's never coming back. The drawings will be gone. Yo guys, this is not easy, but it's like I like this because like I explained better. Like it's convenient than like that side because I can see all the time frames. Even if it can take long, I'm not like but today is too much. Mutsushi. Sorry. Shame. Hey man. Orang manula yang kata tahu je. Happy. Por foto. Jumpe.
Nake roabala mas.
Sasi gina ko jump break. Nan kaya tahu je tu cari siapa rock kamu. Lapsi juga untuk kerja kita je back jauh safin. Guys, kebetulan ni je ne. Kerja kerja no. Itu suara ke bro. Tipu nalma, arga suara ke bro. Let's get to ar class jintu. It's a good next time marriage. It's a good like kerja juang kar bro terus asnya. Welcome back guys, let's continue. Oh para oh
Oh, andiamo a Santa Papala. Yo. Epe. Ento kuzali shito mfani chini. Yazwe. Katini kamele wangia. Katisikia na katini kamele wa pizza gizi nguo wakata. Baba marwa pizza tuni zake zaman like somebody that's was kata was zaman gaps.
Aya kula. Aya zaman gaps. Ayo bisa aku kempela. Azo zaman gaps. Ay, cool.
Quiero catini, bisa belgiman. Gua to uji ko ba ita ni ala yi.
Okay, so therefore we get to see that okay, the close becomes a pin bar, right? Close becomes at what time? This 2 hour at 12 for 12. Now when we come back on the 15 minute, we want to see what time is 12 o'clock from now. This is the 12 o'clock candlestick. There we go again. I was like taking a rest from that. It came back again. Bros Buffet. Kwenzakalani. This thing is fucking with me, bro. Now we get to see that, okay, this candlestick goes towards the downside, but taps in here. After tapping in here, it gives us what? It gives us like, it gives us what? It gives us, what is this? It gives us the failure of an order block, right? We were in a sell because of this candlestick. We see that the previous high of this candlestick has been swept, and the name of this, it's like it's like doji. Then we expected the following one to come to go towards the downside. Yes, we went towards the downside, but as soon as market came back closed like that, we ran away quickly. So market, we went out quickly. So from this, we was able to see that since when market swept out the low of this candlestick, obviously this means that the high of this candlestick, it's gonna be the target. So, and ayo, zokushaya, zokushaya, zokushaya. Nasamboreta. Bro, how do we go to Nasan right now? Oh, baby. Oh, bukan kan apa sih mau punya. Oh, the pain is on my back, guys. Oh, yeah, bad. Gogo. Jogar. Hah. Yo, chin manjo. Eh. Coco. Coco. Honor Coco. Coco. Kakare. Come in. Almag. No. No, no. No, no. No, no. No, no. Goras no, no, no. So as I was explaining, now I get to see that okay, since when we have swept the previous lows, this like it's definitely the what the it's definitely uh I'm going up the window like I'm not proud. On the top of the bulletproof. Now as this get to sweep, remember that gets to be the failure of an order block. Remember, I don't want to buy, I don't want to sell there. I don't want to sell there, but I see market is getting it's like going towards our one. In the chat, I got bulletproof. Come on, come on, wait it. Guys, I never get monked by frame. Right, this is beautiful, guys. If you can now go to like 30 minutes, okay, we see that. Okay, first this is a failure of an order block, so this order block is not gonna hold. So we're gonna look at what, gonna look at market at least coming back right above at this area, and we're gonna look at market coming, possibly going towards this order block right here. We was interested in the order blocks that are where I was interested. I'm definitely interested in the order blocks that are basically inside here, and with this candlestick that has formed, with this candlestick, yes, I'm expecting the market to do what, to go against this order block. I'm expecting the market to go against this order block, but immediately after I see this sweep, if you can take a look at this one between this one and this one, I was able to see that on 30 minutes market gave me, wait, when was that? 12. I was able to see that market actually gave me what pin bar, so 12 o'clock should buy. So as 12 o'clock start buys, I get to see that my pin bar is an order block right over here. This pin bar becomes an order block. That's why. I don't know. Maybe let's try to see that. Fuck. Ah, guys, let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. Cause ish.